Hi everyone, my name is Nick, and over the last month I've had the opportunity to climb in the New Tribe Nikosi tree climbing harness. It's a brand new harness for them, and over the years New Tribe has been known for their large leg pads that put a lot more of the weight in your legs, and it's a lot more comfortable than most tree climbing harnesses that have thin leg pads. But their tree climbing harness configuration has made it very challenging for them to make a harness with a sliding front bridge connection point. But that has all changed. For the people that have always said when New Tribe makes their first sliding bridge harness, that's when they'll get their first New Tribe. Here it is. To put it on, it's a step-through harness, and pull it up into position. And then there is a buckle on the front, and it is preferred that that buckle, the tail of the buckle, gets fed through the back, and I like that because it keeps the tail out of the way. And then there are two leg straps, one for each leg, of course. Goes there. That's basically how you get into the harness, nothing major. When you look at the harness from the front, there are 4 possible connection points where you could clip in. It looks, if you're used to a sliding bridge harness, you'd be tempted to clip in right here, or perhaps, I know some New Tribe climbers will climb clipped into the bottom leg strap. And now we have 2 new pieces. We've got a leg strap D-ring, and we have the bridge D-ring. So let me get my climbing rope here. Alright, so if we start at the bottom and work our way up, you'll see that the leg strap is not a great place to clip in just because it's so wide. It won't fit in a lot of carabiners. You can make it work. But if we clip into the leg D-ring, let me go ahead and take the slack out. And when I hang in it, I will hang completely upside down because there's no weight on the waist belt. So all the weight was in my legs. So that leaves 2 places up front. We can look directly to the bridge first. If you are used to climbing on a bridge harness, you'll know that it's very common and convenient sometimes to clip straight to the bridge. But when you do that on this harness, it pulls straight on the bridge only, and there's no weight on the leg pads. Oof. It's not very comfortable. So really, the only place to clip in on the front of this harness is the front top D-ring, and that is where the leg straps and the bridge all come together. And when you take the slack out, and let me get my gloves on. When you take the slack out, you will hang with the weight evenly distributed between the leg pads and the back pad. And at that point, you're ready to climb. Alrighty. So let's look at the harness now. There are a few things about it that I don't like, and I want to start and get those out of the way right off the bat. The first one is that it's just big. It's kind of bulky, and it's heavy compared to other New Tribe harnesses. And that was a necessity for them to accomplish what they were trying to do, to give us a sliding bridge, but still maintain the nice big leg straps that we know and love from New Tribe. The other thing that I don't like about it, this is a personal pet peeve of mine, is the side D-rings are floppy. It'll fold almost all the way back. Obviously I want something that will stand up so that it's easy for me to clip into, like so, rather than trying to clip into something that's not there. But that's a personal preference, I think. But let's talk about the things now, the great features about this harness, the things that I do like. We'll start in the front. The first is the adjustability. We have riser strap right here and the individual leg straps. Those are both adjustable with the tri-glide bar, so I can let some slack in, take some slack out like so to shorten things up. Alright, and that tightens up the leg strap, and then we can do the same with the tri-glide bar. You can adjust the tri-glide so that it goes up underneath the leg pad if you would like, but I found for most people that we've climbed with tend to have it right somewhere in this range right here. So it's important that when you adjust them, you keep even tension on both the riser and the leg strap. So if you're hanging it and you notice that the riser is really tight and there's a lot of slack in the leg strap, then you'll need to take some of the slack out to get the best fit. So I think mine I want right about there. Then of course we have the whole idea that it's a sliding bridge harness. So the top we're used to seeing harnesses that can rotate, but the bottom has two features that I like. They put Cordura nylon around the leg strap connector so that there's minimal chafe, and then they used a D-ring that has a roller on it right here so that it can slide even smoother as you're climbing throughout the tree. I've noticed the roller really helps in rope walker situations or SRT situations where you're doing a lot of stepping motions, and you can also feel it as you're just pivoting with full weight in the harness. Let's go around, let's look at the top here. We'll look at the bridge. It's 1-inch nylon, tripled over, and they have it sewn, bar tacked on the ends. Technically it's not bar tacked, but they have it stitched at the ends and along the sides. If the bridge wears out, when it's time for your bridge to be replaced, I think that your average tree climber could figure out how to do this with rope, but New Tribe is offering that you can send it back for a small fee. They'll sew a new bridge on for you, so that's a great, a nice touch on their behalf. And we'll continue around. We've got a good sturdy metal hook right here, which is strong enough for a chainsaw or a water bottle, you know, either depending on which kind of climber you are, but it's a nice convenient location right behind the D-ring. The gear loops I really like because we're used to seeing the typical loop that hangs down this way, and some manufacturers had started with a vertical gear loop, and they went with a diagonal gear loop, and I found that for clipping gear in, it's very ergonomic. It's in the right spot back here and the right size, and they put a little stiffener on there so it stands up nice and proud, and it's real easy to get gear in and out of. There's one on each side. We'll continue around. You can see there are other gear loops, and in the back middle there is a life-rated support tie-in point. This will be good for rescue situations, and also if you're using your harness in a climbing competition, that'll come in handy for the backup belay. And then as we continue around to my left side, you see another gear loop. Of course, the adjusters for the leg straps. Let's put that back where I just had it. Right about there. And then the other D-ring here as well. So that's basically all of the pieces of the harness. Let's look at what it feels like when we actually put some weight into the harness. So let me take some slack out here, and we'll go ahead and hang in it. Woo! Let's get my lanyard snagged up over here. Alright, so when we put weight in the harness, again, we have good distribution of the weight between the back and the legs, and that's all adjustable, and you can see this leg strap's a little loose, but it's fine for right now. As I rotate, I'm going to go to my left right now, and you can see the harness is staying put on my body while it's rotating right here, and I'll do the same thing this way. So you get, you know, not 180 degrees. I don't think any harness can offer that, but a lot of rotation. And if you watch the roller, watch the bottom D, the leg straps rotate as well while the top bridge is rotating with you. So that is showing really good kind of the unison, the synchronicity as it were, between the top D and the bottom D, and it is what makes the whole Nikosi system work. To have these big leg straps that we like, that we're used to, and keep a sliding bridge, component to it, this becomes necessary. So a great harness. One of the biggest things about it, and it's something, if you climb in a new tribe harness, you're familiar with this already, but it's very comfortable. These giant leg straps distribute the weight very easily, and though it is a heavy harness compared to some harnesses, it's very comfortable, and you can hang in it a lot, and for extended periods of time, and you don't have to worry about your legs going numb quite as much as you would with harnesses with much smaller leg pads. Great harness. It's available now from New Tribe and a few other tree climbing equipment suppliers. I hope you get a chance to check it out. All right, here we go. Cut. And for a long time, New Tribe has been known for their big leg pads. Is it distracting? Oh, like Nick. And over the last month, of course, there's our airplane. Rotate left and right freely while wearing the harness up in the tree. Crap. 3, 2, 1. Did you hear the bird?
Come on.
All right, I have to get relaxed. I gotta. I slipped. I didn't want to slip. Make sure that you're adjusting the focus for me too.
Yep.